Hello, this is my very first time using Final Fantasy. Okay. If you want to know what I'm thinking, I am thinking of just going to the default. I'm just thinking of just like going with him because he's literally the very first thing that showed up. Okay, guys and girls, I am finally in, and this is my very first time playing this game. And this is the very first time that I have a male character. I normally pick a female character because I'm a woman myself. So being a woman, I never really wanted to be a man, but um, this time I just mostly just stuck to the defaults, and I'm just gonna see how it goes. The only thing different that I did is that I changed the character's hair to white because all of my favorite anime characters have white hair. Like one of my favorite anime characters is Makishima Shogo from the anime Psychopass. And he has white hair, so it's like, hey, I'm just gonna change his hair to white because all of my favorite anime characters have white hair. And if you want to find me in the game, that's who I am. Yes, Ranami Kailis is a very fine name indeed. Okay, so this looks like a very important thing to memorize. How to summon your pets, the hot bar, how to get your pet to guard you. And give the pets orders and I must say that I really love white hair on an anime looking character. My character and that girl look like they would make a great couple. I'm just saying, it's like, no kiss. Okay, guys, this is a really weird coincidence. My character just got glasses or spectacles. It is this like part of the game, or is it just a coincidence because my character just got glasses, she's wearing glasses. I think she's wearing the same outfit as me. It is kind of like really weird, and I tried to figure it out, but I noticed that nobody else is talking about the storyline because it's like we have the exact same hair color. I think we're wearing the exact same like uniform, and we both have the exact same glasses, and I think we have a similar eye color. It's weird because Her character design looks so similar to my character design, except she's a girl. Wow, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. The last time I saw this area, it was nighttime. Now that I'm looking at it, it's daytime. I didn't know that it shifted from day to night. This is actually pretty cool. Oh my God, this is so cool. This looks so futuristic. Oh my God. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, notice how my characters wearing glasses? You know, it's like blue eyes, white hair. The girl has blue eyes, white hair. And when I tried to look at, Final Fantasy on YouTube, nobody else is talking about the storyline. I haven't seen anybody else talk about the storyline, so I was wondering if like that was like the default. Does she always look like that? And if I made my character look like her by coincidence, or does her hair color match up whatever hair color is, that you pick, you the player, because it's weird that we had the same hair color. She originally didn't have any glasses. Now she's wearing glasses. My character is wearing glasses. Those two characters look like they're brother and sister. It looks like she's like my sister. Well, my character's sister. It's quite weird. Okay, I find this hilarious, and I'm gonna let you know why I found this hilarious. Okay, I've doubted this guy, like, hey, I doubt that you're telling me the truth, yet he's paying me money. If I am doubting that you're telling me the truth, why are you paying me money? Like, you would think that he would be like, I ain't gonna pay you shit. Go to my supervisor, he's gonna pay you. I ain't paying you nothing. It's like, okay, like he's like saying like, so here you are questioning my character. It's like, why did you pay me then? Like, I'm questioning your character, why are you paying me? It's so ridiculous. Okay, so basically what's happened was like, a guy had me give me flowers for a girl, but this girl was kind of a lot like, she's like allergic to flowers. If you are allergic to flowers and you think that a man is desperate, why are you giving me money? That doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, I'm allergic to flowers. It has me sneezing all day. But here's cash for you. This game gives you cash for a ridiculous reason. It's crazy. Okay, there is something that I forgot to say. Okay, so I'm going to compare and contrast this to Neverwinter. So this is what I like about this over Neverwinter. Okay, so the quest I'm on now is kill sprites and obtain their cores. Now, with Neverwinter, if you do that, it would take up inventory space. But, you know, I like the way they do inventory in this game, but I don't know how to turn the sound off. But I do like how they do inventory in this game, because with it Neverwinter, it is easy to run out of inventory. But you would have one inventory for, whatever, and another inventory like for your gear. Like with Neverwinter, everything, quests and gear and everything would literally go in your inventory, so that you would spend more and spend as much as possible. But what I like about Final Fantasy 10 is that there is a separate inventory to put your gear in. That's the way you never ever run out of inventory. So far, I haven't run out of inventory yet. And you might say, well, you're only level 21. But that just goes to show how easy it is to run out of inventory in Neverwinter. But just look at this. Like, there is an inventory for key items. I love this. An inventory, a special inventory for gear, a special inventory for key items. just make sure that you never ever run out of inventory space. Like it's really, really hard because they make sure that you have everything you need instead of being money hungry. This is great. Okay, I have a question for the people who have been playing Final Fantasy 14 longer than I have. Is it normal for there to be no voice actors? Like, let me click on this dude, and so you can see what I mean, because it's like I hear nothing. I just have to read a Cockney British accent. And it's like my character does this weird head nodding thing. See, no voice acting. It's just weird. Just complete silence. One thing that I like about Neverwinter is that they had good voice actors. Then again, it would take a British person to read Cockney. Stop nodding your head like that. It's cringe. Okay, I wish this game didn't do this because this place is kind of like a maze. And given that it's like a maze, it's kind of like here I am at a dead end. I'm at a dead end. And this isn't the first dead end. Like, there was a different dead end, like, I don't know, at the docks. I just wish, like, like, given that it's like a maze anyway, elaborate, whatever, it's kind of like I wish I wouldn't run into a dead end like this. Oh my god, guys, look at this, look at this. My character looks like a Christmas elf. Oh, look, she's the woman of my dreams. I am like the only elf there, but I don't feel too bad compared to like what everybody else is wearing. Look at what the guys are wearing. What is the Chippendales? I'm like the only elf up there. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm the only adult here with full tasers. Character looks so lame right now. And to think I could have such a really cute girlfriend if I didn't look like such an elf. Hey, sweet thing, do you like weird looking guys? Crew, here we are. Been a really amazing plot twist. If it's like, Luke, I am your father. I just thought of Star Wars at the moment. It's like, what's your name? Kelia? You'd be like, Kelia, I am your father. I got two companions from this guy. All right. We finally have a voice actor. I mean, dear Lord God, I mean, this game has, been in the top 10, like each and every single last top 10 website. You would think that they have more voice actors, but it's kind of like, I mean, because I think that, voice actors makes everything better. I come whenever I feel like, bitch. Okay, it took me a while to figure this out. But for quick travel, like if you attune this, all you have to do, and I wish the game told me this. I wish the game told me this, but it didn't tell me this, and I had to figure it out. What you do is you right click on it, and then after you like right click on it, like you let it know like where you want it to go, and it'll take you there. Yeah, so all you had to do is right click and it'll take you where you want to go for free. Like I didn't lose any coin and I just wish the game told me that, but I hope that it helps whoever hasn't figured that out yet, a lot like me. So for all of the long-term players, maybe you could help me out here. Now, I noticed that I'm in the Crystals server, and the storyline is about crystals. Does that mean that, like, Europeans who are using a different server would have their own storyline? And, because it's like the crystal server, and it's like everything is all about crystals. I don't know. It just seems like a weird coincidence, but who knows, maybe somebody, and maybe I could send this video to somebody in Europe, because I think America is crystal and I forgot what Europe was. Like, I love comparing and contrasting like this game to like other things, like real life. Like, you have like one person who speaks in an elegant, refined way, and you have another person who's like really, I don't know, vulgar, and they're like getting along swimmingly. But on Twitter, like, there are people who would like nitpick on everything you say, and they just are itching to flag whatever you have to say. So it's kind of a lot like, well, in the game, it's kind of like a person who speaks in a refined way and a person who speaks in a way that's really vulgar could get along well. On Twitter, it's like, oh, you said something that I find offensive. Let me flag that. Okay, I personally think that this is kind of pathetic. I need to be level 25, but I am level 24 and a half. Actually, like a little bit over a half. So it's kind of a lot like, if it's level 25 and I'm level 24 and a half, may as well give it to me, but okay. This is weird. Well, for starters, when I see the word Nero, I automatically think of Milo Yiannopoulos. But aside from that, this has taken you from the past to the future. Like, look at the clothes I'm wearing. It looks like I'm wearing clothes from, I don't know, the 1300s, the 1400s. I am wearing Renaissance clothes. And I go from wearing Renaissance clothes, but this looks like Star Wars. I cannot be the only one who is looking at this and thinking this looks just like Star Wars. So it looks like I went from the 1300s all the way into, like, I don't know, the year 10,000. Like, what planets am I even on? It's giving off really, really, really heavy, like, Star Wars vibes. Like, I really feel like I time traveled to the future. What is this? This is actually pretty funny. It looks like, my tune is a bit of a country bumpkin, because it's kind of like this guy has been rude the whole entire time. And then, my character is assigned to welcome him like a country bumpkin, a country buffoon. And the guy's like, I'm a bloody guard and on duty, no less. Now, moving on now. I would be annoyed and irritated too. What's this? Once you go black, you never go back. True, true, so true. Truer words have never been spoken, but it is hypocritical, but because all of them were dancing horribly, none of them are quite Lady Gaga, and none of them could keep up with Korean dancers. That is a plot twist that I did not see coming. Oh my God. Oh my God. The music over here just got really good all of a sudden. I wonder if it's because of the, what's it called? A fate nearby. I need I need to collect the name of the song. I need to find out the name of the song. I want to buy this. By the way, guys, guess what? I've upgraded from a Christmas elf to Santa Claus himself. Who's the man? This is so real. For example, I never liked being a healer in Neverwinter because healers, clerics, whatever you want to call them, clerics, healers, they always get a hard time. You know, clerics are always having a hard time. And it's like, oh yeah, like I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that right. Like, that's, I mean, I heard worse than Neverwinter. Santa and his little elf, the group that I've always been meant to be a part of. Look, we all have white hair. It should. We all look just alike. All of us look like we're all like relatives. We all look like siblings. We look a lot like family. I joined the right guild because we all look like we're part of a family. What's a weird coincidence? Because everybody looks just alike. A baby. When I think of Ifrit, the very first thing that comes to my mind is the anime. That time I got reincarnated as slime. Great anime, by the way. All dogs go to hell. I wonder if only millennials and perhaps Gen Xers get that. Like there is this old movie that millennials seen, Gen Xers probably seen, called All the Dogs Go to Heaven. So cute joke. Okay, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but this is like the worst English ever. Let's rent Emmy. It would be let's rent an I. And usually, like, even when you're talking casually, a person who speaks casually would say, me and my friend. You know, when people speak it casually, they tend to be a bit narcissistic. And they'll say, me and my friend. They'll say, me and Ashley. But it would actually be, let's run and I. But then it's like, let run Emmy serve like would like. Why are you saying like so much? By posing as impoverished souls in need of soccer. I don't think even British people talk like that when they're speaking casually. Since the show is here. Santa is here. Watch out, bitches. I ain't gonna lie. I kept losing at this. You got to like tear down the sword. That's what you got to do. You got to go after and destroy the sword. And if you don't destroy the sword, you'll die. You'll lose. This line actually made me feel really happy. This is the part where things get weird. People say that Final Fantasy is the champion of storyline telling, and I saw a YouTube video where it's like, well, Final Fantasy is the champion of a storyline. There is this pirate who is the bartender, and he's the very first person I met. He said, why are you an adventurer? And I said, for fortune. Because I think in some games, like if you sit for fortune, you get like a gold increase. For example, I think that in Neverwinter, if you pick that what you do is for fortune, they could increases their gold increase. So I picked fortune because I was hoping that if I pick fortune, it would increase the currency, the in-game currency I get. But here, this lady saying, thereafter you travel the realm aiding those in need without thoughts of reward. When really, I paid fortune to have more in-game currency. That's the way I could get like, gear and shit. Damn, it's amazing how many characters look just like my character. It's like my character has so many brothers and sisters. It's like, man, it's like, wow, just so many characters look so completely identical to mine. Hey, look, the whole entire family is here. Somebody's got jokes. Hey, check this out. My character can swim. Your character could actually swim in a Neverwinter. Characters don't swim on Neverwinter. Your character would die. And that's the thing that I hated about Neverwinter, is that if your character swims, your character would just die. But over here, your character could actually swim. But it's here and Rift. Here and Rift. I know the characters could also swim in Rift, and I think that is a great feature because Rift actually allowed underwater fighting, and let me tell you, the underwater fighting of Rift was a lot of fun. I love this. I was able to walk up, take things, it was on the floor, but I was able to take it from the bad guys and nothing happened. Sure, like my level is too high. In a different area. I've completed my own area, and I'm doing a quest in a different area. So it's kind of like my own, yeah, because there's like nothing else to do in Lisa. So I'm in like a different country. And because I'm in a different country, like I'm doing the lower level quest where I'm like too high, got a thing from the bad guy, didn't attack me. Technically, all different MMOs have this at least. I think Neverwinter resets everything so that your highest level is level 20. So if you use Neverwinter now, your max level is level 20, so the bad guys would still attack you because you're just level 20. And when it comes to Rift has this thing where they sync you with what country you're on. So let's say that you are in a level 10 area, but you are like level 60, but you're or level 10. If you are gonna do a level 10 quest, what Rift would do, I think it's automatically syncs you. So because it's automatically syncs you, no matter what lane you on, you'd be automatically adjusted to the correct level, which is why I love Rift. Rift is my favorite MMO of them all. I loved it so much because I can't think of a more perfect MMO than Rift. I loved Rift with a fiery passion. Hey, check this out. I'm in the enemy's camp and I'm going to set fire to their property. That, that never gets tiring. That never gets tiring. Going to the enemy's camp, taking all their stuff, destroying all of their property, and they don't even react. That feels fun. Let me tell you, I died several times trying to kill that thing. I died I don't know, like 5 or 10 times trying to kill that thing. It is ridiculously hard. Like it's only level 31. I'm level 39. And that was the most difficult, enemy I had to try to kill. Most enemies have been easy to kill. Even the dungeon bosses have been easy to kill. Like fun dungeon bosses, hell yeah, the dungeon boss is so fucking easy. But this guy, man, he's hard. Okay, I managed to give myself some practice and managed to kill 4 more of those things without dying by weaponizing sleep to my advantage. It's just like if a bad guy is too difficult for you, just weaponize sleep and that would definitely work. Okay, in my opinion, they could have done the maps better. I have went to 2 of the wrong countries looking for that thing on a map. It's like you see what's on the map right now, what's blinking, that little thing that looks like a ghost from Pac-Man, that thing that looks like a ghost from Pac-Man. Yeah, I went to like La Misa. I went to Gardenia, all to find that little sideways goes from Pac-Man thingy. I mean, I really do think that if it's like, if you're going to have, if you're going to have like 3 different countries, you could do the maps a little bit better so it's like more convenient. That would be my criticism of this game. What I hate about my character is that he does this really, really annoying nodding thing. It gets really annoying after a while. There
I
it
am
is.
grateful.
It's just way too predictable. I would rather if my character just said yes or sure or okay, but that head nodding thing is starting to really get on my nerves. Today I learned that free users can't send a tell. It's like I was gonna say, yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing to know that if you're using the free trial, you cannot send a tell to anybody. So don't even try. I'm sorry, guys, but I am never ever going to get sick and tired of this. It just makes everything a whole lot easier. You can really tell the difference. This guy put a lot of efforts into his character. Look at me. I just, like pretty much went with the default. I just changed his hair to white because it reminded me of Makishima Shogo. But I didn't really want to spend all that much time with him. So it's like, yeah. I just went with the defaults and just hurried it along. But this guy, he made his character look really cool. It's like, wow. I mean, you put a lot of effort into it and your character looks really stunning. Okay, the most annoying thing about their awards is that I'm usually wearing something better than their awards. Like I normally collect these yellow things, those like yellow things. Yeah, I normally collect those yellow things. And to be fair, you could trade in those yellow things for like 100 gil, but usually what I'm wearing is oftentimes better than any award that they offer. Oh, it's different this time. I'm getting more gold. I'm getting like 500 gold. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be harsh on the game. Like, at least it gives an alternative to gear you already have, like levels ago or gold. So I'm not trying to give the game a hard time. I'm taking the gold, of course, but still, it's kind of a lot like I would rather have gear that is kind of a lot like 5 levels too high than a gear that's like my exact level. Okay, I will be honest about flaws that I see in this game, and that is, I mean, when it comes to the quest, it's kind of like we come in peace. It's kind of like that brown thing that I can't move around. It's blocking the quest. Like we come in peace, and then it's like all I can make out is with Emmeline at the Horton Huts. It's like that brown thing is blocking. My duty. And sure, I could click on J. Sure, I could click it on and figure out what I'm supposed to do. But they really need to move it so that I could see what I'm supposed to do. Like, sure, I could figure out. I already know I could press J and just be like, what's it? We come in peace. Yeah, I could do that. Already know. You don't need to tell me. I already know. But it's still like, why have it blocked in the first place? And no other game, not Neverwinter, not Red, no other game would just block what you're supposed to do, or at least make it so I could move it around. At least make it so it's like, okay, let me move this any way that I, anywhere around that I want. That's the way that I could just, do what I gotta do. Oh, hey, y'all, look at this. I'm standing on top of the roof of a building. Technically, I've done this before and Neverwinter and Guild Wars 2. Actually, in Guild Wars 2, you do get to do it quite frequently. But, yeah, it still never gets sold, though. I've I've said it before, and I'll say it again. They could really use more voice actors. I think I saw tweets that says that Final Fantasy 14 doesn't use American voice actors, that it only wants British voice actors. But the storyline would be so much more better. Like, if they're going to make their main focus a storyline, it would be so much better if they had more voice actors. I must say, that's very thorough for a game. You can't arbitrarily walk on a roof. You got to walk on a roof to do a quest. On a technicality, I think Guild Wars 2 also had, like, what's it called, artifacts or something that you get off roofs and tall buildings and tall areas. I loved that about Guild Wars 2. But yeah, you can't just arbitrarily walk on top of the roof like you would in a Neverwinter, where people would walk on the roofs of Belgorvia or Belovia, whatever. But it's like, you can walk on a roof, but it's arbitrary. You have no quest here. Right here, the reason why you could walk on a roof, and the only reason you could walk on a roof, is because you have quests here. It's really, very thorough. Hey, I've came to learn to use this guy as a very quick way to get back to my home country. I want to get back to my home country without paying anything, and the best way to get back to my home country without paying a cent is to die. Dying is the quickest, fastest way to get back to my home country without paying anything. I'm not going to lose any money from dying. Watch this. See what I mean? I get to go to my home country really, really fast. It's really fast. I don't have to do all of that walking. I don't have to do all of that running. And I'm not going to lose any money from it. It's free. Like, who knew that you could travel for free? That's great. Oh my God, it's Tinkerbell! Yay! I wish that they gave Tinkerbell a cute little pixie voice. Like, you don't really need a person for that, but they could have given her a cute little pixie voice for when she's talking. Okay, I've recently started doing these Levy Mid-10 quests, and I must say that these are worth it. While leveling, I didn't view it as all that important. I don't really think it's all that, you're still leveling. And the max level is level 60, but it's kind of like, I've run out of quests to do. So I'm doing these levy mythic quests, and I'm getting lots of gold for it, and I'm using the gold or guild to get like really good gear for my character. Like I'm almost wait, no, I'm only level 42. I mistook the kill for my level. But still, I think it's worth it. Easy way to get gold to buy gear for your character. Why is she acting like she don't know me? Didn't we fight many battles together? She's always coming to my rescue in several battles, and now she wants to act like she don't even know me? Okay, it looks like this thing is case sensitive, so make sure you have caps lock off. I must admit that this character looks very, very cool. He is like wearing like some god clothes and has really cool demon horns. He looks really, really cool and badass. I had no idea this was going to happen. My character's looking pretty good. If I knew this was going to happen, if I knew this was going to happen, I I would have been sure to make sure that my character had clothes. I would have made sure to give my character clothes if I knew he was going to. Well, I'm glad I picked a male character instead of a female character. I would rather see a naked man than a naked woman. What I love about my character is that when he wears glasses, he looks like he's in his 60s. But when he's like, not wearing glasses, he looks like he's in his 20s. Like, glasses makes the difference between 60 and 20. I noticed a difference. Right here, the characters are writing in a way that I could understand. But before, everybody was writing in, I guess it's called Cockney. But like over here, it's like I could actually understand what I'm reading instead of trying to figure out what I'm reading. Yeah, yeah, because they're like poor British pirates. But this is more upper class, so it's like modern day English. Despite wearing only level 1 gear, like look at my gear, it's horrible. It's all at level 1, but I'm doing a really good job holding up against level 9 bad guys. Let our learned sages guide your descent. Ooh, how sinister. But but before you leave it into darkness, leap into darkness. I mean, not a scroll, but a leap. All right. You must prove to our guild masters that you are possessed in the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which awaits therein. When you are ready to submit to the judgments of the most, it may just say the word. $108 of them. Okay. This is very ironic. I'm just gonna play this for the irony. Crazy child. You are all children. I ask you, aspirants, are you prepared to leave this in pursuit of power morale? From a small child? Oh my goodness, from a small child, someone like this. You need to do this. Are you prepared to leap into the abyss? Looking good, like check me out, check me out. Here she could just do a little dance. Great abs. Wait a minute. My character has really great abs. You could tell that he works out a lot. Yeah, but what I'm doing is, let me see. Yeah, what I'm doing is I am collecting all of the magical range DPS. Yeah, I'm just collecting them all because I've learned something new about the, okay, when you join a guild, you know, you could join a guild and you could be collecting abilities for your guild, but at a certain point, the story stops and the story asks you to switch classes. And my biggest mistake is working only one class. My biggest mistake is only working on one class. So what I should have done is that I should have collected other roles, because it's kind of like, oh yeah, you need to, like, you know, to continue the story, you need to be a part of this class, and I couldn't continue the story. So yeah, now I know that it's important to work on other classes, not just one. The guild master wishes to draw you further into the abyss. I like that. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, that dermafuge, whatever, that was way too hard. That was way harder than I could expect. I wasn't able to heal myself. You know, like I couldn't heal myself at all. Like I tried to do a few fates. And you know, like with Contra, I could do fates by myself. And with my original, like Arcanist, I could do fates by myself. But with Dermafuge, whatever it's called, I couldn't do fate by myself. Um, it's the it's like accidental hard mode. So if you want something like challenging, you know, go into the abyss. But you know, I'm hoping that the Archer Guild would be much easier. And fun fact, I've done some archery in real life. Like it's somewhere in my Twitter feed, but I have actually done some archery in real life. So who knows? Maybe I have an advantage. You know, this brings back so many memories of when I did archery in real life. Maybe I should just do a video one day of showing. Yeah, maybe one day. One day I would just post a video of me doing archery. You really do need a good eye for archery. You really do need a good eye to hit the bullseye. YMCA. It's fun to sing it though. YMCA. Do, 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 It's fun to sing it though. YMCA. At this point, I stopped throwing away old gear. I could just reuse my old gear for any new character I seek to create. But yeah, I'm creating new characters because when you reach like 43, level 43, you know, the storyline stops unless you could switch roles. So I would need to have a new role if I want the storyline to continue. I can't finish the story unless I change roles. One thing that I like about this area that I hate about my home country is that I love the elegant way of which they talk. It is so refreshing in comparison to Cockney, which is really annoying, especially to read. This is hilarious. Each and every time I switch weapons, I go back to looking like a Chippendales dancer. That's pretty hilarious. I kind of like it. Like, you know, it's like because I've been like switching around. I've been like, going from archery to summoner to scholar to this and that and that. I've been switching it around to continue the story, but this is weird. It's like each time I switch the weapons, I go back to looking like I belong in a male strip club. That's pretty cool. Looks like I'm a real lady killer. Man, I'm really wooing the ladies. I'm really turning the ladies on. Oh yeah, of course you were checking me out because I have really hot and sexy abs. Ooh, look, a guy is jealous of me. Man, he is just jealous of me. He is jealous of my luck with the ladies. Like the ladies, they be chasing me like back and forth. I get honeys like left and right. He's just jealous of me, man. He's jealous. See what I mean? The ladies, they just love me. I be turning ladies on right and left and right. I could get any girl just like that in the step of a finger. I must admit, if I picked a female tune instead of a male tune, this would annoy the shits out of me. If I picked a female tune, I wouldn't be able to stand it. This game would drive me crazy. I'll be like, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. I am so glad. I am so glad I picked a man because if this was a female tune, if I picked a female tune like I normally do, this would drive me crazy. Oh man, I get it now. I get it now. I finally get it. I get it. I get it. Because when I was playing Neverwinter, it's like, why do men always pick a female tune? What's wrong with men? Why don't men pick a male tune? I see why now. Okay, I was confused by this and I wanted to admit to an error. Now, when it says this quest is not yet available, required job SCH, I had no idea what SCH stood for. I had no idea what SCH stood for. SCH stands for scholar, and I already had it. There, I was collecting jobs. I was collecting archery and Durama and whatnot to continue the story. And all I needed to do is switch to archery. I do think that they could have made the instructions more clear. You go to your armory chest. You go under like where your earring and your bracelet is set. You go there and you get a soul crystal. And then you could go from summoner to scholar. So I would like to admit to my ignorance. I had no idea. So I was collecting archery. Well, archery is a lot of fun. It's fun in real life too. Ironically, I did archery in real life because I enjoyed archery in a game. And, it went full circle. I did archery in real life because I like archery in video games. And so, because I did archery in real life, I've did archery in video games. Even though, to be fair, my favorite thing to play would be a wizard. If I had to say what my favorite thing to play, it would actually be a wizard. But still, archery is a lot of fun in this game. So, yeah. Another thing that I have learned is how to save gear. that's the way that my character wouldn't have to be like a Chippendales dancer. So if you are a man and you want to play a male character, even though men really rarely play male characters, you could just save the gear, and then that's the way your character wouldn't look like a Chippendales dancer. However, men rarely play male characters. Um, but yeah, you could always save the gear, and then that's the way that you could change weapons, and then your character isn't in his briefs anymore. I must say, though, that even though saving your gear could prevent your character from being in his boxers, the moment you pick up a new gear, the moment you are like level 1, you just picked up a new gear, you will be back in your boxers again. So it's kind of like, yeah, why man pick female tunes makes a whole lot of sense now, because I could understand that if you're going to see somebody in their boxers frequently, you're going to go like for what you're attracted to. So like a gay man will probably pick a male tune. Um, so like a gay man might pick a male tune, a lesbian or a bisexual may pick a female tune, and a straight man will pick a female tune. Yeah, you already get it. Okay, from using Scholar, it looks like Conjurer is pretty pointless. It's like, if I have Scholar, why would I need Conjurer? Because they seem a bit too identical. And I got Scholar from getting my character to level 44. And not only that, but it's Conjurer. It's like I only have one spell, well, two spells I could use to defend myself. So it's like, if I only have two spells to defend myself, why be a conjurer when I already have Scholar? However, archery is a lot of fun in real life too, but I don't see the point of conjurer. I might give it up, I'm not sure, but I might give it up because I would like to defend myself numerous ways, like at least like with summoner I could have like a ruby squirrel or a topaz squirrel or an emerald squirrel. Um, at least with archery I could defend myself. I get like all of these cool powers to defend myself as an archer, but I don't really have that with you know, and it gets kind of boring just pressing number one all the time and then healing myself because I'm constantly healing myself because the enemy isn't dying fast enough. And then, like the enemy isn't dying fast enough, so I need to constantly heal myself. And then it does have a damage over time thing, but I'm mostly pressing number one at nonstop. It gets kind of boring, dull. It doesn't really attract your attention. I think that I'm suffering from new player bias. I was thinking, like my home country of Lamisa is so superior to those other countries because my villains are cuter. I have the cute villains, and Gardenia and Udak, whatever, they have the ugly villains, but my villains are cute and adorable. And it's kind of like, they have the exact same villains everywhere. It's just kind of like a mixed bag. It's kind of like the giant toads are 33 or level 33 in La Misa, but you know, the giant toads are like level 2 in gardenia or whatever it is. I healed a person for the very first time in this game, and they didn't make fun of me. They didn't laugh at me. They didn't make fun of me. They didn't go like, "You suck at healing." You know, like, I healed a person for the very first time, and they actually said, "Thank you." Wow. And for those of you thinking, what else is the person supposed to say? Well, I'm used to hearing, "You suck. You suck at healing." So I'm glad that I'm not being abused for healing. Watch out, naked cowboy. The naked chef is in town. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Look, everybody, it's Peter Pan and his companion Tinkerbell. Luke, I am your father. But on a serious note, I wish this person would like move out of the way, like when, the floor is like yellow, just get out of the way. And if you're surrounded by monsters, and monsters could attack you from behind, it would be more convenient if he moved around so that monsters wouldn't, so it's kind of a lot like I have the alter between attack and heals. Like I tried to do this quest like 3 different times because it was my first time at healing. At first, I made healing my priority. Big mistake. You gotta switch between attacks and heals. You gotta keep the mobs off this guy. And that's the key. The key is keeping the mobs off of him. So you gotta be like DPS and attack all of the mobs. Then you gotta heal this guy who it just allows himself to be surrounded by mobs, doesn't move out of the way like a normal person would, because he's an NPC, doesn't, get out of the yellow zone, the danger zone, doesn't move. Make things easier for me, gotta make it as hard as possible. So yeah, what you want to do is switch from attack to heals. I didn't know that. I focused 100% on heals. And, I didn't think about attack at all. No, don't do my mistake. You gotta switch from attack to heals. And you got to attack all of the mobs. That's the key. Man, and that bloke had the nerve to talk shit about my fairy. Don't worry, Tinker Bell. Peter Pan is here to defend your honor, girl. When it comes to their skills and their age and their appearance, I wonder if they're brother and sister. They act like they're brother and sister, though he got really cool horns. I love his horns. It's really artistic. Man, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. They were brother and sister. This reminds me of Wicca. What I love about archery is the cast time. The bad guy is halfway dead or more than halfway dead before they even reach you. Like by the time the bad guy reaches you, they're at like 30%, 20% health. That's the great thing about archery. Archery is it's probably a tie between archery and summoner. I'm really loving how refined this guy looks. It's kind of like he looks scoffed, but the clothes he's wearing is rather elegant, and I love the irony. This is so ironic because it's kind of like he looks evil, He looks like an evil guy, but he's teaching me how to heal. But he looks really, really evil and sinister, and he looks like a terrible person. But he's teaching me how to heal. So I had to give this game credit for irony. This game, it's really mastering irony right now. Oh, I get it. Her power to heal stems from her own life force. But her energy mortals are her very finite, and now there is rumors has come to pass. Oh, she's probably killing herself. Oh, I get it. He is so harsh on her because he's trying to prevent her from committing suicide. Um, how old is he? How old is he? He looks like he's 10 or 12, but he talks like he's much older. Like he looks 10 or 12 years old, but he talks like a person who's extremely old. Look at this conversation that I had with Persephone. Or Persephone. She's so nice and friendly. Or he, most likely a dude, to be honest. Yeah, I have a way with women. I understand them very well. I am officially jealous. Even the bartender talks in a way that's more refined and more elegant than the bartender in my home country. I wish the Lamisa bartender spoke this way. Like for me, I would just skip, reading his dialogue because I can't read Cockney. Something tells me that there is more to this story. Kind of a lot like when I met the male elf. He came across as rather racist. Yeah, he did seem racist, and it's kind of like they'll never accept me. This is where I belong. With my people, there are like racial undertone. Like it seems like the reason why she's not accepted is because of her race. Even when that guy was talking to me, he did come across as rather racist. So it seems like there's like these undertones, and I guess it's based off Lord of the Rings? I guess it's based off the book Lord of the Rings because there is so much missing context. Like, why are the elves racist? Man, shit is getting real. It's like, man, it's kind of a lot like shit is getting real. It's kind of like getting all racist up in here. Oh man, I feel like there is just more to this lore that I'm missing. More to this lore that I'm missing out on. I never read Lord of the Rings. I saw the movies, but there were no racist undertones in the movies. I haven't noticed any racism. At most, the elves were stuck up, snobbish, and felt superior to the dwarves. But, I mean, it didn't seem racist though, So, for those who read the books, fill me in on what's going on. Just in case you didn't know, Fate gives you participation points. So don't worry about whether or not you succeed or fail. It doesn't matter if you do a Fate only to fail. It doesn't matter if there's only like 3 minutes on the clock when you arrive. It doesn't matter if you arrive and there's only like 2 minutes on the clock. Fate gives you decent participation points. I mentioned this because it's kind of like I did so many quests. On my main, the summoner, that I'm just doing fates nonstop just to catch my other teams up to my main. I really do love my main, and let's see. If you already did a bunch of quests and side quests on your main, and you feel like on your other characters you don't have anything left because it's like, hey, wait a minute, I've did all of the quests on my main, and now that I'm on these other toons, I have nothing else. What am I supposed to do? Collect Levy quests. Levy quests, you're gonna love Levy quests because it's something that you can do. It's something that you could actually do when like your main is kind of like your main is too high for it. Like in my main is that at level 44. What am I gonna do with a level 30 quest? My main is too high for it. But the alts, level 30 is gonna be like, 28, 30, not too bad. So it's kind of like if you already did all of the low level quests with your main, I mean, especially if you have like 6 toons, like if you have like 6 toons, well, actually it's going to be one toon, but how many classes are there? There's like a bunch of classes. Just collect levy quests. Collect levy quests. And you could do that. You could do that if you already did the storyline and you need something to do to level up your characters. I don't know why people say that this game has the best storyline. He's already met me, but despite the fact that he already met me, he's like, oh, well met. We've already met. We had the finest grog and gub and this side. Not to feel your belly. Dude, we already met when I did archery. I mean, we've already met. Why are you acting like this is the first time seeing me? This game mirrors real life. Can't be in a really lot, but they ain't so bad once you get to know them. And it don't seem right to bar a whole race of people from dirt, whatever, for the misdeeds of you. This mirrors real life. I mean, it's a rather progressive message. Yeah, I agree. This is what I learned in school. I mean, this is the sort of thing that I've learned in school. I'm surprised they'll be in a video game. People hype up having your own personal free mount, but your free mount is slow. It pretty much just walks everywhere. See what I mean? It's not as fast as when you pay for it. When you pay for it, it actually moves faster. It's kind of a lot like as slow as it's going. I may as well just pay for it. Wow, what's this? It looks like I've unlocked a new area. It looks like I unlocked a new area before. Before that didn't show up in the map. I think it's only showing up in the map because I'm not high enough for it. Yeah, before it didn't show up on the map because my level was too low, so I didn't know that this game does that, so I guess like a part of the map would be invisible to you when your level is too low, but when your level is high enough, the things that were invisible would suddenly be visible. No, need a bad guy with
Elko Hitra Buglo Hans. Seize that Rajyador. Thagon
Understand.
Welrog. Torsan Opaiki. Mayhap I might if I
Maybe I
deign
might.
to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
Like Lucifer?
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
My character in the back and I look alike, or they look similar. I'm doing a better job feeling than I thought. And again, I'm like NPCs. I have no idea what's going on. Oh. This was perfect. Another flashback. Where am I going to look up this time? I'm gonna do this all day. Okay, are they vampires or something? Dawn is upon us. Why are you gonna? Is the sun gonna burn your skin off? That's weird. Yeah, I wonder where I'm gonna wake up. This is a bit unusual. Usually there isn't a storyline after the dungeon. Usually I just leave. So I thought that was a bit unique and trending. Intriguing. Oh, and I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson. My archer is now wearing Disciples of War gear. Before, to save Gil, I had my, archer wearing magic gear. I've learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. No need to complain at me, at a conversation like Ren, what are you doing? Why is an archer wearing magical gear? An archer isn't supposed to wear magical gear. They're supposed to wear like war gear. I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson. My archer is now wearing gears of war, or disciples of war gear. And the earrings, the earrings and the outfits match each other. That's good. Everything matches. It looks kind of stunning. It's amazing. I can't get over like how with glasses on, my character looks like he's 60 years old. He looks like a very old man with glasses on. But it's like you take the glasses off and it's kind of like he looks like he's 19 years old or 20. It's amazing the powerful difference that glasses could make. My character looks really, really cool. Why are black people the bad guys? My character is really, really cool right now. Really stunning. He looks like he could be a male model. That's a unexpected plot twist. I guess my character was too handsome. She couldn't take her eyes off me. Why is the villain a black person? I don't know. And again, the black people at the shops. Oh, is she dying? Oh, is she dead? Is she dying? Oh, she's still alive. Some voice acting would really be nice right here. I can't believe it. I actually did a quest that didn't contain a catch. I actually gathered like firewood and no bad guys appeared. That's interesting. Okay, things I've learned. Do not make the mistakes I've made. Things that I've learned. Okay, I've died. I want you to know that I died recently, but this is what I've learned. I set this place as my home point. That's the way when my character dies, I resurrect nearby. I don't have to worry about resurrecting in a separate country. I could resurrect in the country that I'm fighting in, which is very convenient. Things that I've learned: do not make my mistakes. Do not repeat my mistakes. Also, for new players, if you don't know where Cortidas, Cortias is at, or Cortias Central Highlands, if you don't know where it's at, it's above Nordstroud. So go to like Gardania, where you get like the archery and conjure, and to Nordstroud. Go to Nordstroud, and on top of Nordstroud is Cordia's Central Highlands, because I had no idea where that was at. I was like, how do I define this place? I cannot, go to an airship in that place. It's on top of Gardenia. And I wish somebody told me this. I wish there's a way that I would know. But for me, I'm playing this game by winging it. I've just been winging it this whole entire time. Hey guys, look, I found a new country. I found Mordona. I found Mordona. I'm gonna check out this new country. It's kind of funny. I'm not being sent to foreign countries anymore. I just discover foreign countries and I'm like, oh man, I just found a foreign country. Wow, I really want to check it out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is Latin. Pater is Latin for father, and mater is Latin for mother. They actually added Latin in this game. Man, I hate the boss that I just fought. Even though I am sitting down, I have motion sickness. It's not over here. It's like, it's at a fiery area. Yeah, it's at a more like fiery looking area. And man, I mean, even though I'm sitting down, I feel like I have motion sickness because I kept going around in circles and just blasting them with top four. Top four, I just kept hitting him with top four and bottom two, because bottom two is bio, and it poisonous the guy. And what is top? Oh, top 4 is round 2. It's like it took me forever, and it's like I have motion sickness right now. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. That's how the bad guy looked like. The boss looked like that, except taller. Like the bad guy looked like that, except like I only saw his foot. You know, he looked just like that, but I only saw his foot. And man, I just kept going around in circles. I felt like throwing up the whole entire time. It's like, please don't do that. I mean, I don't like bosses like that at all. But that is how you defeat Bowser in Mario. What kind of Chippendales outfits is that? He looks like a male stripper now. He looks like a male stripper. Oh, but look, his pants are hideous. Those are the ugliest pants that I've ever seen. Hey guys, I'm a bard now. Oh, and it looks like these are my new powers. My new powers are Mage's Ballad, Blood Letter, and Reign of Death. They sound pretty awesome. Okay, guys, these are all of the powers that comes with White Mage. I don't think I'm gonna do it though. I am really, really tired of Conjurer. You know, I mean, all I could really do is heal. I am tired of Conjurer. All I really wanted to do was like finish the arc, you know, finish the storyline, or go to the arc, you know, because the storyline is interesting. But I am tired of White's Mage Conjurer. I am tired of it. I don't want to do it anymore. I really, really don't. Even with dungeons, I would rather be DPS. You know, in dungeons, I would rather be DPS in a dungeon. So, you know, like, maybe if I had a guild, which I'm playing for free, I'm playing for free, but maybe if I had a guild, I would be, if nobody else is willing to do it. If nobody else is willing to do it, I would, you know, wouldn't mind switching to Contra. But I really, really, really enjoyed DPS the most. It's why I like archery, which is not a bard now. But, hold on. It's why I like, you know, I really like my first tune, to be honest. When it comes to my very first tune, I love my first choice. I love my first choice a lot. You know, like, my first choice was the best choice. I do not regret it. It is my favorite tune to play on. It is, I ain't gonna lie, the easiest tune to play on. You know, and I like, you know, let me switch right quick. Okay, these are my powers as a bard. And I tried looking to see if I had anything for healing. Reduce this damage taken by several running about 40 members by 10%. Is the problem with bard or archery, I can't really heal myself. Like, I just got number 6. Yeah. So number 6 is quickly restore your HP. You know, because, I mean, some of these enemies are really, really difficult. So the ability to heal yourself comes in really, really handy. Not only that, but I'm running out of healing potions too. Like, let me look. Well, I normally keep healing potions equipped at the hotbar key, but I don't see any. But you know, it's like I don't have any healing potions. Wait a minute, it could be number 3. Hold on. No, I really don't have any healing potions, but I normally keep them at a hotbar key, but I'm running out of healing potions. Wait a minute, let me just try one more. Let's see. Ah, here we go. This is the only toon that needs healing potions. This is the only toon that needs healing potions. And I'm running out of them like really, really fast. I mean, you know, like I am running out of healing potions very, very, very fast. But Summoner, I mean, it was my very first choice, you know, on a whim. Like, it was called Arcanist. And the thing is, I did Arcane in a Neverwinter, you know? I did Arcane with Neverwinter. So it's like, well, I did Arcane with Neverwinter. I'm going to do Arcane all over again. So it was really a whim. It was methodical. I did not watch YouTube videos on it. I haven't really seen a lot of Final Fantasy YouTube videos. I didn't, you know, do Arcane like with the foreknowledge that I was gonna love it. It is per coincidence, a lucky coincidence. It was really, I did Arcane, and Arcane was the best wizard class in Neverwinter. Like, I liked Arcane more than I like Dermaflage, or what's it? Dermatuge. When I was doing Neverwinter, I loved Arcane more than I liked Dermatuge. Arcane was a lot of fun, so it's like, hey, I did Arcane in Neverwinter, and that was a lot of fun. And Dermafuge sucked in Neverwinter. And, you know, so it's like, let me just do, you know, Arcane all over again, because if I like Arcane and Neverwinter, I'll probably like Arcane all over again. And I love it. I love it, you know, because I could do amazing DPS and I can heal myself. It is a win-win. Like, when you can do both DPS and you could heal yourself, you are like a god, you know? Like, you can do both amazing DPS, you can kill your enemies very, very fast, and you can heal yourself whenever you get injured. You are like a god, like a god. You are pretty much invincible. It's like, I mean, sure, there might be like better players than me. Like, I don't know if it's like Neverwinter, like, you know, if a person puts money in a game, they can fight better. Like, there's no point in doing like PvP in Neverwinter, because if you have the money, you can fight better. So from personal experience, Arcane is the best thing to do. Arcane, you know, and get Scholar and Summoner. Arcane is the very best thing to do because, it's like, I'm using up all of these healing potions, and I don't want to frequently go to, I don't know, the plaza just to get healing potions. I don't really want to go to the plaza just to stock up on healing potions. The best thing about, summoner, scholar, I don't need to stock up on healing potions. I do not want to stock up on healing potions. And with a white mage, it's like I only like let me switch back to white mage right quick. Okay, I only have number 3 and number 1. I only have number 3 and number 1. So slaying a bad guy takes forever. It takes forever to slay an enemy. Forever. Like, if you do not have, like, somebody with you, if you do not have somebody with you to fight the bad guys, like, for you, fighting the bad guy would take forever. I feel like now for me from Shield Hero, because now for me, he had, like, what's that girl's name? He got 2 girls to fight for him because he can't fight himself. I can't really fight myself. But the best thing about, like, Summer is like, man, I can fight myself. I can do this. So, yeah, for the most part, I am done. For the most part, I'm done. I mean, I'm tired. I am really, really tired. Of the only thing I could do to defend myself is, like, number 3, number 1. I am definitely tired of Contra. I am definitely tired of it. I do not want to waste my time on this tune anymore. I am done. I'm tired of wasting my time on this tune. I'm done with it. With archery, it is fun. It is a lot of fun. I just can't heal myself. And I need healing potions, so it's like, you could only do, like, the safe side, like, oh, like, do the safe thing, like, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna be, like, go to low-level zones and play my character in the low-level zones, because only there would my character live and not die. But that's not really fun. It's not fun keeping your character at, like, well, I could fight, characters to the same level. I could definitely fight characters to the same level. That's true. I'm just tired of it, though. Like, because I can't really heal myself. So there are, close calls that I wouldn't be in if I was on Summoner. It's close calls. It is a close call of something that I do not have to deal with if I'm on my Scholar tune. You know what I'm saying? If I'm on my Scholar tune, this wouldn't happen at all. Because I'm like a god. It's like the arcane mode. It's like a god mode. You could do amazing DPS damage. The DPS you could do is ridiculously incredible. But you could also, like, you could also, like, heal yourself, because that would naturally occur, like, because sometimes, you're not going to always be fighting only one enemy. Sometimes you're going to have to fight 3 enemies at a time. Sometimes you're going to, yeah. What are you gonna do if you're fighting 3 enemies at a time? What are you gonna do? Because think about this way. When doing archery, you're going to do lots of running around to avoid being hit. But when you do all of that running around just to avoid being hit, guess what? You attracted a different, a different creature. So it's kind of like, if I am running around trying to avoid getting hit, tell me what happens. Tell me what happens. Tell me exactly what happens when you do all of that running around to avoid getting hit. Tell me what happens. You're going to run into another creature, right? Right? You know that's right. So here I am. I'm running around. I'm fighting like a croc or something. Like, okay, so I'm running around and I'm running into like I'm doing this running around to avoid the attacks of a feral croc. Do you know what happens? I run into like another feral croc. So now I have two feral crocs on me. And of course I need to use my healing potions. And so you're kind of like using up all of these healing potions while you are in archery. So it's like really, I mean, oh, hold on. Let me just go back again. What I want you to do, I want you to take a look at this. I want you to take a look at this. Recast 120 seconds. That is too long. Just look at it. Look at how long it takes. Look at how long it takes. That's annoying. Because this is why the bard or the archer keeps dying. That's the reason why it keeps dying so often. And I mean, out of all of the tunes that I have, that character dies the most. It's not fun to play. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fun to play, but I don't like a character that dies too easily. And I don't like, filling my inventory up with healing potions. I hate filling my inventory up with healing potions. I hate that. I hate that. With, the summoner, I don't need healing potions at all. So it's like with summoner, I just don't need healing potions at all. But, with bard, I need healing potions. With white mage, I cannot defend myself. I mean, I can, but I only have 1 power. And sure, I could put myself back at full health. But fighting takes forever. With summoner, fighting is really, really quick. Fighting, or even with scholar, my main, even with scholar, fighting is really, really quick. And when I'm in hot water, I could always defend myself. When I'm in hot water, I'm switching to scholar. I'm summoning my fairy. And you know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to kick some ass. I'm going to kick some motherfucking ass. So, my final conclusion is that summoner is the, only character really worth playing. I'm on level 50. I will be like level 60 and I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to reach level 60, but I think that's the max level, or is the max level level 80? I'm not sure if the max level is level 60 or level 80, but from my opinion, I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, I really like Bard. I might just keep it at like low level quest, so I might continue doing Bard. I might continue doing it. I just might, like do it at like really like low level quests. So, like something that's like too easy for like my summoner. I'll probably like, oh, like this quest is like way too easy for my summoner. But White Mage, that's the one that I've grown to hate. I hate the white mage at this point. At this point in time, I hate the white mage. Yeah, I hate the white mage. That I'm not gonna play it anymore. Maybe if I had a guild, because maybe, but as like a last resort, please, don't. I don't think free players are allowed to join guilds. But yeah, there's only like one character that I actually see as worth playing, and I don't see the. Well, actually, again, Bard is fun. It just can't heal itself. Well, it can heal itself. It just takes forever, and you need healing potions. And my inventory bags are already full. Hold on, just wait. Like little cabinet bags. It's already full. So do I really want to be a lot like have like fill it up, stock it all up with healing potions? Nah. Nah, nah, nah. I would rather just keep the bard at low level areas. It's gonna be like, you know what? I like you, bard, but you're gonna stay at this like you're gonna stay at the low level zone. You're not even gonna fight, to not waste my time on healing potions. You're not gonna be like, in high level zones. You definitely are not gonna fight a difficult enemy. No, no, if the zone is so low and the quest is too simple, you're just gonna stay at a low level zone, and the summoner, they're gonna do the difficult tasks. They're gonna go at a high level zone, because my first tune is my favorite tune. It's the one that I love. It's the one that I care for. It's the one that I did on a whim. It was all on a whim. I didn't think about it. I haven't really watched a lot. I have watched some Final Fantasy YouTube videos. I have watched some like the tutorial guide to finding a hunt, because I do enjoy hunts. Hold on. Uh, But yeah, I would be like watching those tutorial videos that would help you find a hunt so you could finish those up. So I do watch tutorials. I did watch like a fast company tutorial. I watched like about two different fast company tutorial. This female YouTuber, I forgot her name, but she helped me make a decision. Like before, I was indecisive of which company I was gonna go for, but a female YouTuber helped me pick my company, which company I wanted to do. And those YouTube videos were helpful, but but before I started playing, I didn't really watch YouTube videos. What I did is just that I went I want to see how many stars it have. I wanted to see if it was like a top 10 website, and I was tired of how much money I was spending on Neverwinter. I, uh, Neverwinter, it was just too expensive for me. Cost like an arm and a leg to play that game. And I was just tired of spending all that money. And, it's like, it's pay to win. And paying to win is never fun. Not even if you're paying. Because you know that the only reason you're succeeding is because you paid. Like with Neverwinter, when you are paying, you know that the only reason you're succeeding is because you're paying. And that makes you feel bad. It made me feel bad, at least, because I paid, like, I spent, like, I don't know, $200, $400 on Neverwinter. No, $200, maybe like $400 on Neverwinter. But you know that the only reason you're succeeding and the only reason you're doing well is because you paid. You know that the only reason that you're doing well is because you paid. You're not doing well for any other reason. You paid, and that's why you're doing well. You're not doing well because of talent. You could be talentless. You could suck at video games. You could be horrible at video games. You could be horrible, the worst of the worst. But if you have the money, you are a god. If you have the money, you are a god. And if you are excellent at video games, but you have no money, but you're excellent at video games. You own, like, well, if you have no money, you probably don't own a lot. But let's just say you lost your job and you lost your job and you couldn't find work for a while. But you are excellent at video games. And you know that you're excellent. Are you excellent, but you're broke at the moment? Well, you're excellent and you're broke at the moment because you lost your job or because of COVID or whatever, and you know that you're good. But if you don't got no money, then you're going to be like the weakest player there. You know, so it's like looking to try something different. And yeah, I mean, that's my impression. I don't want the video to be too long, so I think I'll end it here. I think that it's the max level 60. I think 60 is the max level. Could be level 80 though. Hold on. The road to 80 experience. Level 80. Looks like level 80 is the max level, but I'll probably still end the video here. I'll probably still end the video right here. And then like the next would be like cause yeah, it would be like from 1 to 50. Okay, 1 to 50, and then I'll probably do a 50 through 80 video, but the video is gonna be too long. It's probably gonna be like an hour long. So I'm just gonna end it here, and I'll see you next time.